Hi, I'm Nick Ross for iTWire. Today we're with Cloudera. Can you tell us who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, I'm Vini Cardozo. I'm CTO for Cloudera ANZ and working with our customers here to provide the solutions they need for AI artificial intelligence.
I'm Keir Garett. I'm VP for Cloudera ANZ.
And for those who don't know, can you tell us about Cloudera?
Yeah, so Cloudera is a data platform that provides trust AI to organizations. We do this via enterprise data platform that helps them to treat the data for the entire data lifecycle.
Okay. And how does partnering with AWS, because we're at the AWS Summit today, help Cloudera and its ANZ customers?
Yeah, Cloudera is a global AWS partner. As part of that, I think the beauty of working with AWS as a customer is it provides our customers the ability to scale, the ability to operate in a secure, safe, protected environment, and also drive a faster time to value. Working with AWS, it empowers our customers to be able to leverage their existing investments into their cloud environment, i.e. their cloud credits, and be able to leverage those to procure other software solutions such as Cloudera through the marketplace. What the beauty of this is it enables us to work closely with our customers to be able to lift and shift, work in an environment where it helps them to accelerate their journey to the cloud or leverage their on-premise investments. A good example of success there is a recent case study with iForte with AWS. They're a telco based in Indonesia, and they have demonstrated leveraging and accelerating data processing in the cloud, taking it from 1 to 2 days down to 1 hour with leveraging AWS.
There's again more whisperings of government legislation coming involved, and people are always wary of that because governments can make things a lot worse, or they can make things better. Where's Cloudera standing on that?
So I think it's obviously Cloudera, help organizations to make sure that they can, leverage those capabilities in a best way as possible. I think the governments and agencies will probably get together to define the rules of engagement for trusted AI. I think it's very important that these have to be thought about, when to use AI, what data sources they're going to use, what principles and values they're going to adopt to use this powerful technology. And we can help organizations to achieve those. But most important is to trust the AI outcomes that are going to be produced. It's important to have a trustworthy data, and that's where we can play a key part, helping the organizations to tap on their data sources, secure data sources, and put data sources in the hands of the right consumers in their organization, so they can trust the outcome of the AI and the generative AI they're going to produce.
And what are some of the steps that companies can use to build an ethical AI system?
Yeah, so that's a very important point. So as I mentioned before, firstly, understand the principles where they're going to apply the generative AI outcomes. Secondly, it's looking to the data they're going to use, making sure that the data is fit for purpose and it's not exposing or risking neither the organization nor the people impacted of those outcomes. And I think the third one is making sure that you can trust that data and also apply in an ethical way the outcomes of the generative AI.
And where's Australia at in terms of adoption and usage of AI?
Yeah, one of our, going broader than just Australia, one of our recent surveys found that 57% of APAC organisations are on the early stages of that AI adoption. And looking at the IDC reports where they're predicting around about $6.4 billion worth of spend across AI, I think it demonstrates that the priority inside organisations. But, and there is a but, I think one of the things that we've really got to come back to, the whole AI story and the whole generative AI and LLMs and leveraging all of that for beautiful outcomes and to garner better insights, it really comes back to quality data. and trusting the data. Because if we can't get quality data, trusted data, what you're actually doing is garbage in, garbage out, and the same story. So I think one of the things that we're all wrangling with, or organisations are still wrangling with, is how do they get to a better place and prove that the quality of the data is sufficient for them to be able to mitigate some of those risks where they've got complexities around the data.
We're hearing more and more about repatriation of data and taking it back out of the cloud now for a variety of reasons. Can you give us some insight into why that's happening and whether it's good or bad?
Yeah, I think it's a common story and a common conversation, and people say, what if and why? And I think, first off, when we had this whole hyperscaler cloud strategy, and it's 100% cloud, it's cloud or nothing, some of the challenges that organizations thought that they were going to mitigate when it was on-prem was cost. And now they're finding that some of that cost blowout and is how much data do they need to keep in the cloud, where do they need to repatriate it? So the real question is why, and then how. And so our job at Cloudera is to help organizations navigate that pathway to ensure that they optimize and sweat their assets in the right way, and they optimize on where they store their data and how they can mitigate some of those costs or cost optimization. And that's how we work with our customers as trusted advisors in that data space.
Yeah. Actually, if I can add to that, I think as the nature of the Cloudera platform, we provide a hybrid architecture that allows the customer to have the choice where they want to run their workloads, whether in the cloud, on-prem, or in a combination of those, right? But most important is, on the back of what Keir was saying, is rethink about the principles why you decide the data strategy to go to the cloud. So if it's innovation, flexibility, if it costs, right? And then reevaluate that. On a cost point of view, the Cloudera data platform provides a key capability we call observability that helps customers understand the workloads in the cloud, but also optimize from a technical point of view. So it gives hints so you can reduce your expenditure in the cloud because you're more efficient. It also helps you to create your own chargeback model, financial governance as a whole, so you know exactly which workloads, each areas, and which business areas are most consuming the platform. So we can go a long way on help organizations to understand that approach, implement FinOps, and optimize their costs so they can make the strategic decision whether or not they will stay in the cloud, or whether they go back to on-prem or distribute to a multi-cloud environment.
And how can potential partners work with you? Are you direct or through the channel, or what?
We're both. So we work with our customers to understand how they want to work. So we really are open and transparent and collaborative. So clearly the way to scale in this environment is working closely with our partners. But there are some customers that really want to be direct because of size, privacy, where their data sits. And some of the use cases that they're working on are that confidential that they don't want to work with a partner. So really it's about working closely with those customers. Just recently we worked with one of the large banks, and they have got an all cloud strategy, and we're talking to them about, okay, but why? And it's really about, that's our strategy, that's the cloud cost. And they've got multiple partners. But this conversation around the innovation, the ideation, and the what next is actually how do we work closer and get closer to the vendor to understand the risk and understand the opportunity and the what if. And that's where we work closely with those customers. But if down that pathway they then say, well, we want you to work with this partner, we are open to doing that.
Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to add while you've got the ear of the iTWire B2B audience in Australia?
Yeah, if I can start on that part, I think it's important for work with our customers and partners to understand, their key priorities. We hear a lot talking about obviously the cloud strategy and also the Gen AI direction they want to take, which are very important. But I would, and we engage with our customers taking a step back and start thinking about their actual data strategy, because it's fundamental to understand what you need to achieve from an organization point of view, what the questions you need answered, so we can design a strategy that will help you to achieve those outcomes. That will empower your data strategy, your AI strategy, and then bring the best of those key capabilities to your organization. And finally, Cloudera is helping organizations to quick start their approach to Gen AI. So we have offers at the moment that help them to quickly have an offer for software services to produce the generative AI outcomes they want to produce. So I would suggest people to get in touch with us.
Yeah, I think just on that, just to support that, those fast starts in sitting, whether it be hybrid cloud or in the cloud, the fastest route to market is those all sit within the marketplace, inside the hyperscalers marketplace. So it really is the least path of resistance and a faster time to market and value.
Cool. Well, Keir and Vini of Cloudera, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.